Today, October 1st, is the first day of our new Stampin' Up! Year. And I had a really great year from 2020 to 2021. I grew my sales, I grew my viewers, my customers, my team. So I'm very excited and very proud of that. But of course, I want to continue to grow my business. So I'm in the process of setting some pretty lofty goals for myself for the new year. But here it is, day one of the new Stampin' Up! Year. So I'm kicking that off with a new class, the Peaceful Cabin class. The full class includes the bundle, which is this wonderful stamp set, as well as the coordinating dies. And it is so beautiful. It's so fun. It's easy to work with. And I created some beautiful cards for it. So let me show you these quickly. In addition to the Peaceful Cabin bundle, you'll also be getting pieces of the Peaceful Place Designer Series paper, which is so beautiful and so striking on its own. So here's one of the cards. And another. This class is a little bit different because in this class, you're making 6 different cards. Usually my classes do 3 or 4 different designs. This time it's 6 different designs. And it includes a slimline card, and it also includes, one of these is also a gift card holder. So a little bit different class style, but I'm super excited about it. That was released today. An email should have gone out already, and I will be posting it to my blog, stampinpeace.com. Actually, I believe it's an extra on today's post with the Halloween treats. And then, of course, I will add it here to Stampin' Peace with Mary Knabe on Facebook. So I believe it was last week I showed you that we can use the Delivering Cheer stamp set from the holiday catalog way beyond the holiday season by using it for maybe a birthday or congratulations, even a graduation, retirement. It could be used for a bridal shower, baby shower, so many things. So I love when we find holiday products that we can use well beyond the holiday season. That means we're getting more for our money, and our products are so versatile, we can come up with new ways to use them. So in the Facebook Live last week, we made this card. And then I also showed you how to add just a strip of cardstock to use your card then to decorate a plain gift bag. So it's sort of a 2-for-1 with the card and the gift bag. And this just posted to my blog yesterday, September 30th. So be sure and check that out. I thought this was an appropriate one to put on my blog yesterday because my oldest daughter turned 30 yesterday, which means I've been a mom for 3 decades. Hard to believe, but super proud of being a mom and the girls I've raised. So today we're going to make something similar. Well, I'll show you. I made another one. So I decided to take that same idea for the birthday card, and this time I made a gift card holder. But again, you see I've used a holiday stamp set for something else. It could be congratulations, all those things we just talked about. So anyways, I think it's just wonderful. So we're going to do a version of this, but we're going to do it in holiday. And I don't know if you noticed here, I've used Designer Series paper from the Whimsy and Wonder DSP pack, including doing some paper piecing for her skirt, which I think is darling. anytime we can do paper piecing, I love to give that a try. So, and just very quickly, I'm going to show you, we are using the Painted Christmas, or we're using a tiny bit of Painted Christmas designer series paper, but I thought I'd go ahead and show it to you because it is really beautiful. And as typical, each side has a different design. So very festive, very traditional in its colors and its themes. So I have chosen this piece, and I'm going to use this time we're using the jacket and boots and the pine tree to make our card. So the first thing I'm going to do is stamp onto my designer series paper. And I'm doing that because I just want some of these pretty berries to be a part of her fancy coat here, we'll say. And of course, you know that paper piecing typically involves a little bit of fussy cutting. And any of the things in here that you would fussy cut are really simple, really simple. So don't let that deter you. Paper piecing can just really change the entire look of your card or whatever it is you're crafting. And if you get really zealous, you could even paper piece all of the different presents there in different colors of cardstock or different colors and patterns of DSP. Okay. So I'm going to, first of all, do a little bit of coloring. I want to have the top part in black. I need to wipe off this black on the bottom. But I want the rain boots to be a different color. So I'm coloring, oh, I'm wondering if I want real red or cherry cobbler with this. So let's just see which looks better. Probably either one would do. Oh, that's pretty dark. Yep, I think I'm going to go with the real red. So on the bottom portion, where just the rain boots are, I'm going to, seems like it doesn't really want to take that red real well, but let's see how it turns out. Let's just flip this over and give it a try. Oh, I think it actually looks kind of neat. For some reason that didn't take the real red very well, which is kind of unusual. Maybe it's because I haven't used this stamp before, but this is what I want it to look like on my good side. So again, I'm just going to stamp with my black StazOn ink, not StazOn, Memento, my black Memento ink, just up to the top of the boots. And then I'm going to color in the boots. And I'll be able to go over the boots. Now to make those boots look a little bit neater, I'm just going to fill them in. You know, I could do it this way, it'll be faster. You know, I have a pair of wellies, I think they're called, the big rubber boots. And honestly, I always forget to wear them. I guess I should really put them in the garage or by my garage door when I go out of the house, because I'll be out in the rain trying to make sure my shoes don't get wet, and I'll walk into some place and think, why don't I have my wellies on? Okay, so that looks pretty good. She's got her cute red wellies now. And now I'm going to add her coat or jacket, whatever you want to call it. So a little bit of paper piecing. And then I want to add the Christmas tree. And I'm going to go ahead and stamp this in my garden green. And then I'm going to show you a little trick. So I've got it inked up in garden green, but on here, she's got her sleeves and her mittens. And what we're going to do is, since the majority of this is in garden green, I just want to pull off. Do you see where there's a little ink inside that mitten? And I want to make sure I don't get that on. Okay. Oh, I didn't get quite close enough. Phooey. Is that going to matter to me? I hope not. Okay. So I'm going to go ahead and color her mittens with the real red. Just like that. And I'm going to, I'm deciding, do I want to leave the sleeves? Do you see where I had that gap there? I'm not real happy with that. Which I think what I'll do is, excuse me if this has ever happened to you, you understand, but sometimes we do things and we're like, I'm not quite happy with that. So bear with me here. So I'm just going to, what I'm going to do this time is leave a little more space at the top. You like the leggings too? Yes. Does everybody see what Janelle is talking about, the leggings in that stamp set? Okay, that looks better. It's going to match up better, and I feel better about it. And with this evergreen tree, I just like it stamped with the green, but you could stamp it with the black if you want to do everything in the memento, and then just maybe fill in with your Stampin' Blends marker, or by using a sponge dauber to add the green. So there are lots of different ways to do that. And then finally, I'm going to add, what color was that? I believe it was Calypso Coral that I want for her sleeves, because I want those sleeves to stand out and be peeking outside of, be peeking from the tree branches, but it also goes with the print of the skirt or jacket. And now to fill this in, I'm going to just take my Stampin' Blends, or blender pen. We have so many tools, I get them mixed up. So this is a trick for today, a little tip on how you can use your blender pen to go on over the line drawings to fill them in. So it kind of spreads the ink around, picks up the ink and spreads it around. We have so many coloring tools, and this blender pen is something I used to use so often. And then we got, you know, watercolor pencils and Stampin' Blends. But blender pens are wonderful if you don't have all of the other markers. It kind of can take the place of our Stampin' Write markers. And the reason I say that is you can, and when you need to clean it off, I sometimes do it on my hand, but on scrap paper just till it comes clear. But I'll show you on a piece of scrap paper here. You can just pick up color right from your ink pad and color with it too. Okay, so if you are not able to or don't want to invest at the or in the full pack of whatever, how many markers we have, 50 or whatever, this is a good alternative because you can just pick up the ink like that, or you can use it to spread the ink that you already have in your lined stamped images. Okay, so don't forget about these blender pens. They're very economical. They come in a package of 3 and you use them over and over. Just make sure that after you use them, you clean them, and you just keep going like that until it's clear, like it is now. And the tip might be stained, but as long as it comes clear, it's good to go for the next color. All right, so that's my tip for the blender pens and filling in the color here. So let's go ahead and make our gift card holder now that we have this done, and I will be cutting that down a little bit. For the gift card holder, you're going to start with your standard size card base. So that's 5.5 by 8.5. And then you're going to score it along the long side, score it at 4.25, and then at 7.25. Okay, so standard size card base, 5.5 by 8.5, score at 4.25 and 7.25. Then you want to use your bone folder to really give those score lines a nice crease. And the small flap will get folded to the inside. So this is what will hold your gift card holder, okay? And I'm just going to punch just a little. Oh, that's not going to work. Oh, let's use this one. So I'm just going to punch just a little groove. You can use your circle punches. This is the tailored tag punch. What else do we have? The Label Me Fancy punch. There are several that you can make a notch with for this. So on here, go ahead and adhere the ends. Just make sure you're leaving enough room for your gift card, which let me, and see, you don't want any adhesive where your gift card would go. So you just press that down nicely, right? And then we'll decorate this a little bit. I'm going to use a piece of Whisper or Basic White on the inside, 5 1/4 by 4 inches. I'm also going to add some Designer Series paper right down the side there. And I've got a full sheet, but I'm looking to see where that little scrap went. This is just kind of how my day's been going. I have a lot to do, and maybe I'm just trying to do too many things at once. I'm not sure. But I feel like I'm a little discombobulated today, and I'm not sure why. Maybe because I'm full steam ahead getting ready for my creative escape weekend. You know what? I want to make this a little wider. This space here is from edge to edge is 1 1/4 inches. And I think I'm just going to cut this so that it fills in that white space that's exposed there beyond the fold. Not what I did on my first one, but just want to do something a little bit different. But do you ever have days like that where you're plugging along, doing everything you're supposed to do, but you just feel a little, just a little off? Like mentally, I'm not terribly organized, and which is sort of strange for me. All right, I'm not going to adhere that yet because I want to use my Taylor Tag Punch once again. And I'm going to punch, trying to decide if I want a different pattern. I am going to punch a different pattern. I'm going to punch this. And I think this will be long enough. Yes. All right. I'm not going to put that on yet. I'm going to trim this down to, that's 4 1/2 by, and I'm going to go a little bit more there. I'm going to go 4 1/2 by 2 1/2 on this one. But again, you can make it any size you want. If you are making a standard card and you want this stamped piece to be the focal point, so say for example, a standard size card would look like this. You might want to change the dimensions or do something different around it. But I'm going to do that. I'm going to back this with real red. So we're sticking to very very standard, traditional red and greens. So what did I say? 4 1/2 by, I believe that was 2 1/2. So I'm going to go, I just want a small border. So I'm going to go 4 5/8 by 2 5/8. Joyce, I'm glad you received the Blackberry Beauty DSP. You were the chosen winner from one of the Facebook Lives. Okay. And then we're going to add this. You know, I feel like these greens aren't matching. Did I use garden green or shaded spruce? I think I might have pulled shaded spruce. And I did. Oh, Mary. But that's okay. I think they both work. In fact, though, I could go over this area with shaded spruce and see if we can get just a little more dimension in there with some different tones. I don't know if it'll work or not, but I'm going for it. Oh, it does change it up a little bit. I'm not sure how much you can see that. So now I have more tones of the green. Oh, just one of those days, I guess. The green looks good there to you? Okay, good. Put that right in the center. I love how that turned out. I just love this. You know, I loved it when I saw it in the catalog, but I kind of was on the fence. I needed to think about it until I bought it recently. But it was really when I got to thinking about it, how could I use it other than just Christmas? You know, even this, great for fall, just delivering flowers to somebody for, you know, a pick-me-up, a get well, thinking of you, anything like that. Now with this, I didn't put adhesive right here, and I'm kind of putting it together just because I want to know exactly where I'm going to adhere this. And we're going to use this as a little closure for our gift card. So right there is where I wanted to fold it over. So I'm going to add just a little bit. In fact, I'm going to use my stronger adhesive for this. Now, if I'd gone too far over, it would have been too small of a notch to catch that. So what I'm doing is centering the points, the top and bottom points here, along the center of that DSP. And then I'm going to just fold that tab back to hold it in place. So now I have this little closure to keep that gift card holder closed. Okay, and as it goes through the mail, it'll just, you know, seal that even more firm, and then we don't have to worry about somebody opens up the envelope and maybe pulls it out and isn't paying attention and the gift card slips out for some reason. All right, I really like it, and it just adds a fun little embellishment to your card as well. Now, I was about to ask you, should we do bling? And I probably already know the answer to that. So let me just pull some embellishments out here and see what we want to use. Any suggestions? They need to be pretty small, I would say. How about some holiday rhinestones? Always add the bling. You people laugh at me. Bling on the tree. Joyce, bong on the tree. I'm sure that was a typo, but it made me laugh. All right, so let's use my take your pick tool because it is fabulous. I'm just going to put one right here on this closure. And then I think I'll add some to the tree as well. And we can do a variety of colors here and sizes. So it looks like, come on, pick up. Oh, maybe that's too big. Got some blue. We'll add some medium-sized red ones. couple of gold ones. I'll move this over a little bit. And then we even have these lighter colored ones. So this gal is getting a, whoever she's delivering this to is getting a full-on decorated tree. So somebody's going to be surprised. You love rhinestones. I know, Joyce, autocorrect, it's crazy. Same thing happens to me all the time. Okay, so what do you think? Let me lay out my previous examples too. What do you think? And I can show you the one from the other day as well. So I've got a birthday, I've got a celebration, and I've got a Christmas for you. And maybe we should add a sentiment to the inside of that card. Let's see. Warming thoughts to you this season, sending love and Christmas cheer. I think I'm going to do that one. Sending love and Christmas cheer. And I'm going to stamp it in real red. I'll stamp this on a piece of scrap paper first. My friend Frenchie taught me that when you're using any stamps for the first time, you really should stamp on scrap paper first, and then the image you stamp afterwards will be more clear. So, little tidbit of information I learned and am passing on to you. All right, ladies, what do you think? Do you love the stamp set? Is it one you would consider creating with? And who would like to win a card today? I should say, who would like to win a gift card holder? Because I'm going to give this one away today. Anybody interested? If you are, go ahead and type, let's see, type pine tree in the comments. So if you'd like to win this Christmas gift card holder, please type pine tree. Awesome. Are there any questions about what you've seen today? I hope you have enjoyed this demonstration, and hopefully you enjoyed me making a mistake and showing you how I do a redo. People usually comment to me, "Oh, Mary, that's so good to see you make a mistake," because I make mistakes too. I don't know why people think I don't make mistakes, but when it happens during a live, I'm just going to be honest and upfront and show you how I do make mistakes and I go about correcting them. Not a big deal. And that's one of the great things about this craft. I feel like when you make mistakes, it's easy to fix them. So is anybody here with me for the first time today? I see lots of familiar names. I see a couple that sound kind of new to me, or maybe I just haven't seen you on for a while. If you're new, just give yourself a shout out and tell me where you're from. All right, ladies, I am on to my next task of the day. I've got a email to send out to my Creative Escape attendees that I'm working on. I have packets and packets and bags and labels, and have been working away getting all of their make and take projects ready and packaged. They're almost finished, and I'm really excited about what is in their bag this time and the projects those people will make next weekend. All right, everybody, have a great weekend. Whatever you do, do it with love and joy, and enjoy the people around you. Bye-bye.